I got bands in the coop. Just kidding. Welcome back to A Minute with Chelsea. I just went to the ATM because I'm leaving for Croatia today. I needed cash for the cat sitter as well as an emergency credit card. You can't see the number, don't even try. I also left instructions on my fridge for anything she might need, and I'm fully packed and ready to go. I also had to get cash out just in case I needed some for, travel. You never know. I realized I did not have to be in Little Rock for another, I was on time. I was on time to the point that I was early. I had 12 and a half minutes left before I needed to leave the house. So I thought to myself, what would be the best thing I could do for myself before a long 9.5-hour flight today, not including the layovers and the extra stops. And I thought, you know what? Pilates would be the best thing for me today. I won't be doing it for a whole week, even though I could do some in my hotel rooms, but it really does keep my body functional. So I mostly stuck with feet and straps, some spinal articulation, some flexion, and some lateral moves, leg circles, Eve's lunge, mermaid, twisted swan. My go-tos for whenever my body hurts. I changed my sheets and washed the blankets so that the cat sitter could have a place to sleep if she needed to. I keep calling her the cat sitter. Her name is Emily. She's my friend. This is the cat who will be sat. Her name is Charlotte, and we call her little baby Mitt, little baby head, little stinky tiny baby mitten. It's not plural, by the way. We don't ever call her mittens. She's just one mitt, one tiny mitten. I put my shit in my car. Let's fucking go. I don't really get excited on the way to the airport. I never get excited until I'm on the airplane. Also, good news. So, I don't have to park at the airport. I'm driving to Mel's house. Nally and Mel are already there. I drove us to the airport where we got our luggage out, and Nally is going to drive my car back to Mel's house and then get in her car and go back to her house. And that way, none of us have to pay to park at the airport. Now, if you've not been following along for the entirety of my life, Nally is my ex from about 15 years ago. Mel and Nally dated very recently and just recently broke up maybe a year and a half ago. So yes, I'm going to Croatia with my ex-girlfriend's ex-girlfriend. Because guess what? The girlies are healing and we are actually just a big queer family now, and that's how it should be. I had Burger King at the airport because I was already hungry. You know what? I'm hungry. Also, if you look back at that last clip, you can see my little chicken feathers are growing in. I'm getting a lot of little baby hairs. We got on the plane not even realizing that Mel would be sitting directly in front of me. So this is our short flight. It's not very long. These are terrible. I hated them. They left chocolate all over my hoodie, and I was like, I already have chocolate on my fucking hoodie after the first flight for a snack that wasn't even very good. We are now in the Denver airport, and I am stretching because we don't have a very long layover, and this is about to be my longest flight after this, flying from Denver to Munich. That is 9.5 hours, and I am in premium economy, which is the closest thing I can afford to first class or business class, but it is comfortable. You get a complimentary little juice and these little delicious crackers. My chair has a leg rest, and it kind of reclines back, and it gave me a little toiletry bag to take care of myself. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I watched Patch Adams, I took a Klonopin, and I ordered a Bloody Mary. The footage you are about to see, I don't remember filming, just so you know. I remember this little hot towel, this little wipe. I remember turning on Splendors of Nature Part 2. I don't remember taking these selfies. This is me trying to show you what I look like on a plane. I had a little Bloody Mary drink. It's kicking in. You're not supposed to mix alcohol with Klonopin, just so you know. I'm letting you know this is probably super illegal and terrible what I'm showing you right now. I don't want to be awake for the next 9.5 hours. This is me filming the flight attendant. I don't remember doing that either. That's so rude. I also fed this drink to an iguana on the television, and I don't remember that either. And I don't even think I wanted the rest of this, but I didn't know what to do with it, so I thought might as well swallow it down. And then they brought me my dinner, and there was wine involved. There was a quinoa salad. I took the cucumbers out. I remember that. There's a bread roll. I'm moving real slow like a turtle. I don't remember eating this. I don't also remember zooming in on this fucking carrot. This was good. It looks like cat throw up, but it was delicious. This is me trying to film myself on the plane. I was like, I'll set up a phone here and I'll record myself eating. Y'all, thank God I was not driving, or at least I'm not flying the plane, okay? My phone hit the ground. It stayed down there too. I didn't pick it back up. The flight attendant handed me my phone hours later at breakfast. It was still recording. There's 4 hours of me recording the floor of the airplane before it cut off. So just so you know, this is breakfast. I sort of remember this part. They gave me chocolate. I tore into it like an animal. Finally, the guy next to me, who was a very nice German man, woke up and he went to the bathroom. So I also went to the bathroom. I remember following him and being like, we're all going to the bathroom. I remember him turning around and being like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Bless that little German man who sat next to me. I fell asleep during dinner and he put my tray table up for me and he gave my stuff to the flight attendant. He also probably alerted her that my phone was on the floor. So, thank you, small German man that I've never met and hopefully will never see again in my whole life. When I woke up 10 hours later, I was in the Munich airport and I felt great. You guys, I felt fucking amazing. I had just slept for 10 hours. I got a coffee. I had had 2 meals on the plane. I needed to charge everything since my phone had been recording nothing on the ground. Mel, bless her heart, did not sleep very well, so I gave her my pillow and she slept in the airport for our 4-hour layover. Well, Mel only had a very small, maybe 2-hour layover. I have one that lasts 5 hours here. This is some technology right here. Did you see that paper towel thing? It sucks it back up. I was like, I don't know if that's gross or cool. Mel got on her flight. I was alone, so I ordered a little salmon avocado sandwich with some potato chips and a light Coke, which is Diet Coke. Coca-Cola Light, it's actually delicious. It's a little bit sweeter than Diet Coke, so I wish I had one every day, to be honest. After sleeping for 10 hours, I was fucking famished. I was feeling alive, but also dirty and gross. I smoked a cigarette in the little smokers area. They had so many areas you could smoke in the airport. It was wild. And they were all branded. There was like a Camel one. There was a Marlboro one. There was a Winston one. They were all different brands of smoker holes. And I was like, what, Germany, what year are we in? I had to get on a little bus to go to my Croatia plane. You always know it's going to be a tiny flight when you have to ride a bus to your airplane and you have to get on outside. So here I am getting on the plane. It was almost nighttime when I filmed this. Like the sun was setting. It was almost time for bed. These crackers are my favorite thing I've ever eaten on a plane. This is not my footage. This is from Mel's phone because she flew into Croatia when it was still daylight outside. So she sent me this so that I would have beautiful footage to use because mine is ugly and it was dark and it looked like shit. Now that I've landed in Croatia, it is nighttime and I'm like, am I even tired? I don't know. I don't know what time it is in my life or in my heart. I slept for 10 hours and now I've been awake. I don't know. Trova Trip picked me up and helped me carry my luggage and drop me off at the Art Hotel in Split in Croatia. Here is a quick view of the lobby. It's very beautiful. Everything is gold and fancy and looks like champagne, and I like it. I would live here. I think it's cute. This is Mel's footage. She filmed this when she got there, so she filmed a little hotel room tour. We are going to be BFF roommates who sleep six inches away from each other every night. The best news is that little gray chair folds out into a bed, so we used it for our suitcases, and that we have great air conditioning in this room. Here's the view from the bed. That's the bathroom. I have never once turned on a television in another country. I just never do it. I finally arrived at the hotel and Mel came out to meet me and I ordered a dirty martini because y'all, it's been a day and we're just gonna keep drinking. We were hungry, so we looked on Uber Eats and here is a big sandwich and ketchup that makes you angry. I accidentally ordered 3 cartons of French fries. I don't know how I did this. They were all called something else, something different, but it's French fries, chicken nuggets with French fries, and then slop on top of French fries called kebab, which was delicious. We also got some croissants and chocolate, and we didn't fall asleep until 5 a.m. because it got to be sleepover silly.